next speaker is going to talk about that, in particular, what's going on in Africa. So I'd like you all to help me give a warm welcome to software engineer and founder of the Bitcoin Education Academy, Mr. Fode Diop.
All about. Can you guys hear me? All right. Senegal is in the building. Thank you so much for having me here today. Last year, I was not too far from here in Wynwood. I was sitting in the crowd. So for me to be standing here today giving this keynote is nothing short but amazing. So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. So I've been sitting in the back listening to all the talks. I didn't hear once somebody mention Africa somehow, some way. So I want to always talk about what I deeply care about, which is the African continent and Bitcoin, obviously. I call my talk Africa's Bitcoin moment because last year, while I was here, I heard Jack Mallers from Strike and the President Nayib Bukele mention legal tender in El Salvador. So I just took off, went to El Salvador because I wanted to see what would happen before Bitcoin and after Bitcoin adoption and see what I can learn to maybe apply in Senegal. And what I saw in El Salvador was so amazing because I have never seen so many people go to a country and wish nothing but best for that particular country. Bitcoiners are amazing, so I want to see how we can replicate this on the African continent, all right? So, I know Gladstein has talked about a lot about the franc CFA problem in West Africa. We have this currency that's shared by 15 countries, but which is unfortunately made by France in the south of France, and it's really messed up. So please check out Bitcoin Magazine's Monetary Colonialism or Gladstein's new book, Check Your Financial Privilege, or Reasons Magazine's documentary short piece on this particular problem. So to make things like a little bit clearer, let's basically compare two currencies in Africa. The one on the left called the Cedi is for Ghana, and the one on the right is called the franc CFA, and is shared by 15 countries in West Africa. What are the main differences? Well, if you look at the Cedi, it's made by Ghanaians, and it's for Ghanaians. The franc CFA was made by France, by the French people, for Africans in south of France. Ghana has been named 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, I think it's even higher now, amongst the top 10 fastest growing economies in 2019. None of the 15 countries that use the franc CFA in Africa rank in that particular list, and it's a shame. The Cedi is a floating currency, kind of. It's kind of like pegged to the dollar a little bit, but it's not too bad. But the franc CFA was pegged against the French franc back in the days, and then when they went to the euro, they pegged it against the euro. And that has consequences as well. Now, the Cedi could be devaluated technically, but only if it benefits the African people in Ghana. The French CFA could be devaluated by France. Like for myself, when I got here in '94 to go to college, the money my dad saved for me got cut in half because overnight, France decided that they were going to devalue our money by 50%, which is a shame. So look at Ghana again, right? They have their foreign currencies and their gold in their own central bank. Senegal itself has to ship all the gold and pretty much all the money, or 50% of it, to France to basically manage, right? Ghana can trade with anybody that they want in the world. Senegal has to go through France first. They like it or not, turn it down, and then they can maybe sell it on the international market, which means that Ghana is technically sovereign economically. And my country, unfortunately, Senegal, is still dependent on France. We just celebrated our independence last Monday, April 4th, but I believe that today, in 2022, we are still under French imperialism, and it really sucks, actually, right? So the Cedi, that money benefits Ghana, obviously, and the Ghanaian people, and for us, the franc CFA, unfortunately, benefits like France, right? So, which currency would you rather have? Personally, I would rather have a currency that's controlled by Africans that benefits Africans, ultimately, right? But in the end, let's say Senegal wants to get off the CFA. Are they going to use the Cedi, this money from Ghana? I highly doubt it. We are a sovereign country. We don't want to basically use someone else's currency that might fluctuate or whatever else actually at the whim of another government. So for me, I believe actually Bitcoin is the answer in a lot of ways. Same as America here, we have the USA, United States of America. I can go to any state here, Oklahoma, Nevada, New York, whatever, it's the same people, use the same currency, I can trade with anybody, and I can do business with anybody. My wish is for a United States of Africa. That's actually my wish. But how do we get there, as a matter of fact, right? How are we going to make this money? Who are we going to trust to basically print this money for the continent? We can't trust nobody. Because why? Because Bitcoin is pretty much trustless. We don't have to trust anybody in this world. So how do we basically make sure that we can trade, we can prosper, and we can help our kids? Africa will have the youngest population in the world by 1950. The average age is going to be 14 years old. 14 years old, right? But how are we going to get all the jobs to these kids and opportunities themselves? And especially if we have corruption and inflation and all these things. Ultimately, we need a currency that will basically unify us, right? Again, right? Unity, United States of Africa. How do we make it happen? Maybe Bitcoin might not be the ultimate answer, but it's technology that's working today you can possibly use to help us get to where we need to get to, all right? So, I want to announce our first Africa Bitcoin conference in Ghana this year. I chose Ghana. We're doing it, man, we're doing it, we're doing it. The idea is like, I'm from Senegal. I want to have this conference in Senegal. We are raising $1 million to throw this conference together. Why do I want to do it in another country? Because I have a problem with the currency that's in my own country, right? So until we figure out these questions and answer all these things that basically surround our currency that's controlled by the French, right? We cannot possibly have this event in Senegal. So therefore, we're going to Ghana, and I'm joined here by Farida. I don't know where she's at. She's in the crowd. But please see us later if you want to have more questions about it. And we'll have it first week of December. And ultimately, we got some sponsors already. Alex Gladstein. I see Carrie Lee here from Gemini. And of course, the Bitcoin Developers Academy, my own program. And we'll be announcing it for the first week of December. And if you want to check it out, please go to afrobitcoin.org or just scan this QR code and it will get you to the link. And hopefully we'll see you in Africa in December in Ghana. Thank you.
Give it up for Fode Diop. We'll be right back with our next panel.